Hey, Door of Hope Northeast, this is Cameron. It is July 1st, 2021, and whether you're watching this as a YouTube video, through our website or whatever, or listening to it on the podcast, audio only, I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update in light of some big news that's gone down here in Oregon. So I don't know if everyone has seen the news, hopefully you have, but effective yesterday, June 30th, Oregon has officially brought down all of its COVID-related safety mandates and requirements, which we take as really good news and as an indicator that our state has made incredible progress in its fight against COVID-19, and we've kind of reached a place where we really don't have any risk of overwhelming the healthcare system and some of the other things that we were really worried about early in the pandemic. What that means is, except for a few kind of circumstances, largely mask mandates, social distancing requirements, things like that are gone. Specifically for churches and for Door of Hope Northeast in particular, we are going to follow that. And so effective this coming Sunday, July 4th, masks, social distancing, and pre-registration or even day of registration at the table will no longer be required to attend our worship gatherings or small groups or anything else. It has been a long journey. I think it's been 16 months that we've kind of been living under the shadow of COVID, and it's really impacted and adjusted the way we've been able to do things. And we just see this as a really big step back towards normalcy, back towards greater intimacy ultimately as a community. We've been together the whole time, be it in small groups or here in the building with safety precautions, but just to be able to see more of one another's faces and smiles, and it's greater intimacy. So with more people. So we're really grateful for that and thankful to the Lord for that. I want to say, of course, there are many people in our community that have really unique circumstances that are affected by COVID-19 still. And so if anyone else feels the need to continue to wear a mask here or to socially distance here, we just want you to feel as comfortable as possible to do that. That is A-okay. We are pretty sure, based on the number of people at least we've had as of late, there is plenty of room here at the building for people who need to spread out to be able to do it and to kind of maintain distance. Feel free to bring your mask if you need to wear one for whatever reason. We don't want you to feel weird about that or anything else. And we know there will be all kinds of different responses to this news. There will be people who are going, finally, I've been waiting on pins and needles for this. Others who feel like perhaps it's too soon to be making these kinds of adjustments. And I've talked to people all across the spectrum from our community, and that's okay. No one's required to think and view COVID through exactly the same lens. So we know there will be different responses even to this, but I just want to say again, what an encouragement, honestly. There have been tense conversations, of course, but on the whole, it has just been a deep encouragement to me to see the way people, even across kind of the different, even landing in different places along the spectrum of response, have just been really gracious and accommodating. And I'm not comfortable with that yet, but I understand what we're doing. It's been awesome. Thank you for your patience for 16 months. Through all of this, your understanding, your willingness to sort of bear with one another in the community of Christ around COVID. That's been really awesome, and we're really grateful. But if you do have questions, if you do have concerns, please feel free to reach out to myself, to Josh Wilder, to Joel Law, any of us three elders, to voice those concerns, or just ask questions. Hey, why are we doing this, not this? That's A-okay as well. And just as a final note, I just want to say, we are grateful to the Lord. I think we all should be grateful to the Lord for the grace that He has shown in carrying us as a state, and even us specifically as a church this far through the pandemic. But specifically, I want to thank God. I want us to thank God for the common grace provision of these effective vaccines, even effective against the known variants that we're aware of at this point. They appear to be really effective. They appear to work pretty long term. Some new studies are showing, and that's really good news. Also to thank the Lord for the various medical workers who have just labored tirelessly throughout this pandemic. We ought to just be so grateful to them and grateful to the Lord for even his common grace working through them. And we just encourage you to continue to pray for everyone who's been affected by COVID. There are people who have lost lives, people whose loved ones have lost lives, people with long-term kind of health impacting really negative things from COVID, as well as people losing, their business and their economic security and all kinds of things, their joy. People have been affected numerous ways by COVID-19. And it's not simple to even think about, talk about, or even to hold them in tension next to one another. Regardless, we want to pray and continue to pray for everyone who has been, is currently, or will be affected by the pandemic. And I want to encourage you to pray for the genuine end to the pandemic. We're not quite out of the woods. We don't know what is going to happen, what the world's going to look like 6 months from now, or whatever. So we don't want to be overly, optimistic or naive, but we have a lot of reason to be thankful, and at the same time reason just continue to pray for God to just end this, that COVID-19 could be a thing that we could just stop thinking about and talking about very, very soon. We feel like this week is one big step toward that, so we're grateful. Well, that's it. That's our update. We hope to see you this coming Sunday, as well as in summer book clubs and everything else. We have more information about all this on our website. We have more information about the restart of children's ministry, which is going to start very, very soon with the start of the 2s and 3s room, and then building out from there as we have more volunteers. And so if you're interested in serving, please reach out to Darren Liebswager, darren@doorofhopepdx.org. But we'll have more updates about all these things in more detail to come. For now, that's it. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I hope to see you soon. Take care.